Rhythm now helps you to collaborate on strategy on an ongoing basis. Many of our clients asked us, how do we engage our team on strategy on an ongoing basis? Okay, so now we can do a couple of things. First, I want you to think of rhythm as your strategic canvas. I want you to think of putting in your session notes as well as collaborate and discuss after your on-site or your strategy sessions. And so here's what you can do, right? You can now attach your session notes and you can have conversations. So first, a quick tip for you, use a clear naming method. File names and comments as well. So on file names, put in the date, project, and item. Here's an example. And for comments, same thing. Why would you do something like that? Well, if you use a clear naming convention, your team can follow and find things quickly. I want you to get on a think rhythm. And here's what happened to me a couple of years ago when I visited a client. I worked on the brand promise with them in an annual planning session, and they were thrilled with the result. I then visited them again the following year for another annual planning session, and they wanted to work further on their brand promise. When I got there, I noticed and realized that nothing had changed. While they were thrilled with the meeting again, they really hadn't moved forward quickly. They kind of circled the block, unfortunately. So, what I've realized is that the only way to move forward is to have think and talk time. Rhythm now allows you to actually have think and talk time through a collaboration section. So each quarter, I'd suggest you pick something to work on, something to discuss, something strategic, and your coach can kind of get into action and provide additional insight as well. Okay, let me show you how Rhythm does this for you. Under long-term strategy, you can now have attachments and you can now have collaboration comments. Let me show you some attachments. So what you can do now is when you click on new, you can now attach documents, and that's why I'm suggesting you can attach documents that you want your team to read prior to sessions. You can also attach notes from your session. I would take photographs of your tear sheets and your whiteboards, put them in a PDF file, and put them up here as well. Now let's look at collaboration. I have two quick examples for you here. The first one you can see is a conversation on core values. And the way these discussion threads work is that you have a conversation that starts it, and then you can comment on this comment. And so the comments are then sent back to you, last one up top. In other words, the latest comment is the first one you would see. So this conversation works something like that. Jack at development sends out a note on core values, and the CEO replies, makes sense, I reword the values as you suggested. The CEO then adds a second note, and Joan in marketing finish it up with a third note. Let's go to the top conversation just to kind of show you another one. What you can see here is they're having a discussion about the big, hairy, audacious goal. And your rhythm coach, in this case, Justin, then was able to comment and say, hey, guess what? I love the tweaks you're making on your long-term strategy items. Consider this article I read recently from Jim Collins on achieving your BHAG, and provides the article. So in this case, the coach provides the link. The coach can also attach the article under attachments. And now what's going to happen is your rhythm coach is going to provide value on an ongoing basis and to help you move quicker on your strategic thinking and working on your strategy and collaborating with your team. And that's how rhythm conversations or rhythm comments and collaboration and attachment can work for you in strategy.